Hello students. Now in this session I will explain question number 3 of exercise 13.2. Now in question number 3 we have Remhan is making a wheel using spokes. He wants to fix equal spokes in such a way that the angle between any pair of consecutive spokes are equal. Help him by completing the following table. Now see, this table is already given in the question. Now according to the question, suppose Rahman is making a wheel like this. Okay, fine. It's a wheel. So this is the center point of the wheel. Now suppose he is making all the spokes. Fine. Now this is a spoke. Now we know that this entire angle is called a complete angle, which measures 360 degree, and is also trying to keep the angle between the two spokes equal to each other. That means if this angle, this angle, this angle and this angle all should be equal to each other. Fine. So in this case what is happening? How many spokes are there? 3. So what will be the measure of each angle? So we know that the entire angle is equals to what? 360 degree, and we have to divide it by 3. So each angle would be equals to 120 degree, isn't it? Now suppose if I draw another wheel like this. Now this time we will draw 4 spokes. Fine. Now again this entire angle will measure 360 degree. Now again Rahman will try to keep the angle between the two spokes equal, that is this all angle should be equal to each other. Now into how many parts this time he is dividing the entire angle? That is 4, isn't it? Now we have to divide 360 by 4. Now this time you see answer is coming 90 degree, isn't it? So what is the observation? So we have to say, according to the first question, that is sum number 1 of question number 3, we have to say whether this is an inverse proportion or direct proportion. So how to analyze this? Now you see, when the number of spoke is 3, the angle between each spoke is equals to 120 degree, isn't it? But when we are increasing the number of spokes, that is when we increase 3 spokes to 4 spoke, then the angle between the two consecutive spokes became what? 90. That means when the number of spokes were increasing, then the angle between the two consecutive poles is decreasing. So you see, one quantity is increasing and another quantity is decreasing. So if I take the first quantity as, suppose first quantity as spokes, and the second quantity that we are talking about is angle. So suppose if we are increasing spoke, that is when this number of spoke is 3, then angle is what? 120 degree. When number of spoke is increased by 4 to 4, then the angle between the two consecutive spoke became 90. So you see, the number of spoke is increasing, but the angle between the two consecutive spoke is decreasing. So this type of relation is called inverse proportion. So the answer of sum number 1 of question number 3 would be yes. That is, it is inversely proportional. Fine. Now we have to get the values of all these empty boxes. As we have already confirmed that this is an inverse proportion. Fine. So we'll follow the method of inverse proportion. But before that, let me drop this. One important thing that we have to do, we have to write inverse proportion out here. Now, as we learn that how to solve inverse proportion, that is, we will compare this 4, 90 degree, 8 and a. You could also compare this 6, 60, 8 and a, but I am comparing this 4 quantities. Okay. Now, when it is inverse proportion, what we do? We multiply it. That is 4 into 90 degree. We will not write 90 out here. Just write 4 into 90 and 8 into a. Now in the second step, as because we have to get the value of a, we have to transpose 8 towards left hand side. So we'll do that. It will look like this. Now finally reduce it. That is 4 ones are 4, 4 2s are 8, 2 1s are 2, and 2 45 degree. So the value of A is 45 degree. So when the number of spoke is 8, the angle between the two consecutive spokes will be 45 degrees. See, it is keep on decreasing. Now we'll find B. We'll get the value of B now. So again we'll compare these four values. That is 4, 90 degree, 10 and B. So it will look like 4 into 90. Again we'll multiply 4 with 90. And here we'll multiply 10 into B. 10 into B. Now again we'll do transpose 10 towards the left hand side. So it will be like this. Now reduce these two zeros. So value of B would be what? 4 9s are 36 degree. So value of B is 36 degree. So when the number of spokes is 10, the angle between the two spokes will be 36 degree. Now finally we have to get the value of C. So again we'll do the same thing. That is 4, 90 degree, 12 and C. So it would be 4 into 90 and 12 into C, isn't it? Now we'll transpose this 12 towards left hand side. 4 into 90 upon 12, that would be equals to C. Now 4 1s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 3 1s are 3, 3 30s are 90. So C would be 30 degree. Fine. So we are done with all the empty box part. We have also answered sum number 1 of question number 3. Now we'll do sum number 2 of question number 3. Now we'll discuss sum number 2 of question number 3. Now in question of sum number 2, it is written, calculate the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes on a wheel with 15 spokes. So we'll maintain these topics. That is, first we'll write number of spokes. And the next topic we'll write the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes. Okay, we'll maintain this and we'll also maintain the first column also, that is 4 and 90 degree. Now they're asking what would be the angle between the two consecutive spoke if number of spoke is 15. So we have to find this. So again, it's quite obvious. The angle will be much less than 90 degree. So it is an inverse proportion. So 4 into 90 and equals to 15 into A. So we'll transpose 15 towards left hand side. So 4 into 90 upon 15 is equals to A. Now let us reduce this two numbers. That is 3 30s are 3 5s are 5 1s are 5 6 are. So 8 is equals to A would be 24 degree. So the value between the two consecutive spokes will be 24 degree when number of spoke is 15. So we have answered sum number 2 of question number 3. Now let's move on to sum number 3 of question number 3. Yes students, now we'll discuss sum number 3 of question number 3. Now this is a box again I have drawn, so we'll maintain this topic and the first column also, that is 4 and 90 degree. Now according to the sum number 3, how many spokes would be needed? Now we have to find, this time we have to find out how many spokes, but that is number of spokes. So we'll let this as A, and if the angle between the pair of consecutive spokes is 40 degree. Now this time 40 degree is given, we have to get the number of spokes. Now again it's quite obvious, when the degree is decreasing, then obviously the number of spokes will increase. If this quantity is decreasing, then this number will increase. So it is again an inverse proportion. So how to start? 4 into 90 equals to A into 40. So we'll transpose this 40 towards left hand side. So it will look like 4 into 90 upon 40, that would be equals to A. 4 1s are 4, 4 10s are, we'll reduce these two zeros. So A would be, so A is equals to 9 degree. Oh, sorry, 9. So number of spokes will be 9. So when number of spoke is 9, then the angle between the two consecutive spokes would be 40 degree. So this is the solution of sum number 3 of question number 3. Okay. So in my next session, I will explain question number 4 and 5. Thank you students and stay blessed.